Hello again and welcome back to Skyrim. I am Mental Fox and I thank you for joining me again. We're in this little tavern here called Candlehearth Hall. At least I think that's what it's called. We're in Windhelm, exploring a new place. It's all very exciting. Did I even try to sell anything to this person over here? I don't remember doing that. I remember we talked to this jerk.
I walk around the Grey Quarter and let them Greyskins know what I did.
Yeah, this guy's kind of a jerk.
This here's Candlehearth Hall. Great rooms upstairs, and there's a bed for rent on the ground floor.
Yeah, there's a bed for
Got
rent.
some fresh baked bread and good cheese if you're after a bite to eat.
Oh, okay, well, we haven't talked to her at all. Hey, well, it just cracks me up that this is something we could ask every tavern owner. Where can I learn more about magic?
Magic? Goodness, not here. Nothing dangerous like that. That's all kept to that college up in Winterhold. Better that than dealing with Ulfric's wizard like some do.
This is an ode to Skyrim's
okay.
truest sons and daughters.
So, why is this place called Candlehearth Hall?
Did you see the candle above the fire upstairs? It was lit 163 years ago, back when this building was the home of a grand warrior named Windhelm. When word came that he'd fallen, his son Durrot lit the candle in his honor. Nobody knows why it still burns.
Okay. Well, what you got for sale?
Take a look.
She only has 109 gold, so she's not going to be able to... And she's not really interested in anything I've got anyway. I will sell her this cheese wheel that I picked up accidentally, but other than that, she is absolutely useless to me.
Enjoy your stay, and don't break nothing.
Okay, I won't break nothing. Let's go look at this candle she was just talking about. I'm curious about it.
We ought to dig a big hole. Throw all them dark
Candle.
elves, Argonians in it, and let them tear
Somewhere.
each other to pieces.
She knows to talk about these candles, was she?
This land is ours, and we'll see it white clean.
There it is. I guess this is the candle she's talking about here.
The only thing I hate worse than those scalebacks are them filthy Greyskins.
Go away before I beat you up again. So I guess this is the candle she's talking about. It looks like a regular old candle.
You are the High King in your
I just noticed there's a door down here.
Let them Greyskins know
Oh, okay,
what I did.
there's just two doors that go into this place. All right, well, let's go ahead and go back out to Windhelm, and we'll do a little bit of exploring here, see if we can't find some place to sell off some of our stuffs, lighten our load a little bit. Don't know how much time we'll spend here in Windhelm. Hey, dog. Stop following me. Do I want this dog to stop following me? I don't know. He helps in battles. Interesting. Wolfarth of Atmora reigned First Era 480 to 533. And then... Can't really tell what else it says, though. Something about heresy. Huh, I don't know what that says. Who's this guy?
I made my fortune as a sea captain, but now I'm retired.
Captain Lonely Gale?
Townsfolk call me captain because I used to be a sailor.
So, what's there to do in this city?
If you're looking to pass the time, you can give Calixto a few septims and gawk at whatever oddity he's come across lately. If you're in need of goods, there's a market. If it's a soft bed and a hot meal you're after, there's Candlehearth Hall.
Okay. What kind of captain are you?
Well, nothing. At least not anymore. Folk just call me that because of what I used to do. I was a sailor for many a year. I made my coin as a trader, and in time, I bought my own ship. When I retired here in Windhelm, most folk already knew me as Captain Lonelygale, and the name just stuck.
Okay. Who are the prominent citizens in Windhelm?
There's an author named Adonato staying at the inn. He's published a few works of historical fiction. The clans Shattershield and Cruelsea see most of the gold that passes through the city. And obviously you have Ulfric, the Jarl and future High King. Oh, and that busybody Viola Giordano. She's got her nose in everyone's business, which I guess is one way of being prominent.
Okay.
Fair winds and calm seas. That's an old sailor's parting.
Okay. Yeah, he said that author's name, and I think that person's actually in here.
Name's Nils. I'm the cook up at Candlehearth Hall.
Take a seat and get the coal.
Hey, Nils.
Can't just throw the big logs on the fire.
You
Gotta
want
have
a
the
drink?
little
Whoa.
bits, too.
Okay. What's on the menu, Susanna the Wicked?
Depends. Are you thirsty? Hungry?
Both.
Well, I'm neither. See you later.
See you around, handsome.
Oh.
Poor
Ooh, it's
Nilsing's been wrecked since her
Torbjorn
sister was
Shattershield.
killed. Seeing a good tavern brawl might be just the thing to lift my spirits.
Wow, let's learn to use two-handed weapons better, man.
It's all in the swing. Let me show you.
We're going to spend a little bit of gold here. Holy crap, that's expensive. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot of gold. That's a lot of gold we just spent. But our two-handed is now increased to 55, which is good. 56 even. Okay, well that was kind of cool.
Please forgive my mood.
Oh no.
I'm still coming to terms with my daughter's death.
Oh my gosh, what happened?
What are you staring at?
Oh, I was trying to be nice, but oh well.
Don't take anything for granted in life.
Nothing lasts forever. That isn't what I wanted to look at. I wanted to look at my skills. And look at two-handed. So we're up to 56. Is there anything I can unlock now with two-handed being 56? I could get this up to level 3. Two-handed weapons do 60% more damage. Let's do it. Yeah. Let's get that. And we can't go up to level 3 or the next level because it requires 60. And then champion stance, we've already got this. And then it doesn't look like there's anything else available to us, really. No, I take that back. We can get limb splitter. Attacks with battle axes cause extra bleeding damage. Great critical charge. Can do a two-handed power attack while sprinting that does double critical damage. That sounds complicated. Devastating blow. Standing power attacks do 25% bonus damage with a chance to decapitate your enemies. And then back this way. Okay. Deep wounds. Attacks with great swords have a 10% chance of doing critical damage. Attacks with warhammers ignore 25% of the armor. None of those sound all that exciting to me. Let's go upstairs. And I think this is that author dude. Yeah.
I still can't believe Isabella's gone. She was such a helpful young lass.
Oh yeah, what's up?
I'm a writer by trade. Not that the people of Skyrim do much reading.
What kind of writing do you do?
I write drama, friend. The legends and history of Skyrim made to excite and inspire. Poor Gerard Germain at the Bard's College has been waiting for my latest work, Olaf and the Dragon, for weeks now. Roads are a mess.
Well, I can deliver the book for you.
You're sure? When you see Gerard, ask for a tip. I'm sure he'll be in a good mood after reading this.
Cool.
May you lose yourself in the pages of a good book.
Deliver Adonato's
How can
book
Elda
to
hate the Dark
Gerard.
Elves when she knows so little about them?
Yeah, right?
Now, more than ever, the world needs tales of heroism.
Yeah. You got anything else you want to say to me, dude?
I'll find some way to finish my book. Know any tales of nobility and courage? I'm keen to record them. Yes.
Okay. Well, we got a new little miscellaneous quest from this guy. Isn't that exciting? Deliver Adonato's book to Gerard. Or Gerard, I don't know. Who's this guy? What's up,
If it's a
Stenvar?
mercenary you're looking for,
Oh.
you found him. There's no stronger sword arm for hire in all Skyrim.
Really?
If you're looking to hire the strongest mercenary in Skyrim, I'd wager your search is over.
Interesting. I could hire this guy. I'm not going to do it right now because Lydia's still carrying some of my stuff and I don't want to send her off with my stuff.
If you change your mind, seek me out here.
Okay, so we've got another follower here. Follower option. And I think that's pretty much it as far as people that I want to speak to in here.
I've been a bit out of
Except for
sorts
her, maybe. Did I talk to her?
since our daughter was taken from us.
What's up?
Not really sure what to do with myself anymore. I just miss her so much. I try not to think of her, but sometimes the simplest thing will remind me. No mother should have to bury her daughter.
This is true.
Yeah?
So this is Tova Shattershield, and then downstairs we met, I'm assuming her husband. Where did he go?
Every night, I walk around a gray quarter.
I don't know where he went, but there was another guy down here talking about losing his daughter. But here's somebody else we haven't talked to,
If you've got some
Calixtu.
time, Stop by my house of curiosities. I promise you'll see wonders.
Really?
My sister and I once traveled the world to assemble our collection. Such adventures we had.
Oh, yeah?
I don't care much for the war one way or the other.
Hmm.
It bothers me that fewer people come to Windhelm these days.
I wonder why.
Yes?
Okay. There. I believe we've talked to everyone in there, and we got ourselves a new miscellaneous quest in the process. Oh, look at this. It's snowing out here now. Who's this? Hello, how are you?
Spare a coin for an old woman, my lord.
What's up, Silda the Unseen? She's warming herself by the fire.
Spare a coin. Talos rewards the generous.
Here, have a gold piece.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
I'm pretty kind. I don't really need to be a better pickpocket, though. I'm pretty good at it already.
A divine smile on a charitable soul.
Yeah, well, you know. We do what we can. So this is kind of cool. It's snowing out here now. I like how the weather's changed.
Spare a coin for a poor old woman.
There's really not a lot of people walking around here in Windhelm. Really kind of fits the weather, you know? People don't want to go outside because of the weather.
Ugh. Been tending your hounds? You smell like a wet dog.
Apparently I smell like a wet dog. Harold, I think. Olaf. One Eye? Okay, that's kind of neat. So apparently this is where Ulfric is. He's the Jarl here. Hi.
I lost my twin sister a while back. Have you ever lost anyone close?
Okay, interesting. There's a lot of shatter shields here.
My father says we need to just get on with our lives. Like it's that easy.
Yeah.
Need something?
No, just chatting. Just doing a little bit of chatting. Palace of the Kings discovered.
It's no secret the Aretino boy is doing some ritual, trying to call the Dark Brotherhood. But who's going to stop him? Me? I'll have no part of that.
The Aretino boy, huh? Okay. Not sure what to make of that. Hello, how are you?
You hear the news? There's a dragon roosting up on Mount Anthor, to the northwest.
Really? Shouldn't that be like a quest or something? Okay, well my map was updated.
Hey, you mix potions, right? Can you brew me an ale?
Yeah, like I've never heard that one before. Let's go into the Palace of the Kings and say hi to Ulfric, maybe. I don't know.
Ulfric won't give us a straight answer.
I've spent my life serving Talos. I don't plan to stop now, no matter what the Empire says.
Yeah, what's up?
We intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on Whiterun.
And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against us.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
Do you think I need to send Bolgraf a stronger message?
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet.
Taking his city and leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful statement, don't you think?
So we're ready to start this war in earnest then?
Soon.
I still say you should take them all out like you did dead King Torrig.
Torrig was merely a message to the other Jarls. Whoever we replace them with will need the support of our armies.
We're ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun. If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not...
The people are behind you.
Many, I fear, still need convincing.
And let them die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long time. We know the price of freedom. But people are still weighing things in their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have families to think of.
How many of their sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their families.
Well put, friend. Tell me, Godmar, why do you fight for me?
I'd follow you into the depths of Oblivion. You know that.
Yes, but why do you fight? If not for me, what then?
I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not one in this?
I fight for the men I've held in my arms, dying on foreign soil. I fight for their wives and children whose names I heard whispered in their last breath. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find our country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people, impoverished to pay the debts of an empire too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves. I fight so that all the fighting I've already done hasn't been for nothing. I fight because I must.
I think Lydia's in their way. I think they wanted to walk back in there. You can move now, Lydia. I think it's just hilarious that I could just walk in here and listen to their private conversation. Boy, Lydia is just refusing to move. Lydia, get out of the man's way.
Anything else?
No, it's good.
We heading out?
Yeah.
As you command, my friend.
So it sounds like old Ulfric here wants to take Whiterun. That's my home. That's a little disturbing. And you can see the blue flags here are Stormcloak, and the red flags are Imperial. Looks like to me that
give voice to what we all feel.
the red flags are winning.
That's why you will be High King. But the day words are enough will be the day when soldiers like us are no longer needed.
I would gladly retire from the world, were such a day to dawn.
Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
Dog, go away. I'm sorry, you're bugging me.
Alright then! We'll get together later.
I can't stand that bark. If they had maybe had like a different bark, you know, every once in a while, but it's the same bark over and over again. Go away. Bugging me. Who's this?
I'm not much of a strategist, but Lord Ulfric listens to my counsel all the same.
Oh yeah? The dog is like, I'm gonna take my time leaving and I'm gonna bark the whole way out.
Holds, take it to Ulfric immediately.
Alright, Yorleaf, what's up?
Terrible shame what happened to those women.
What women? What are you talking about? What can you tell me about Windhelm?
Grew up here. Cold as Atmora, but that just grows the beard sticker. Lot of history in these walls. We're trying to make some more. It's a lucky time to be alive.
So what do you do for the Jarl?
For Ulfric? Well, nothing official. Known him for years. He seems to value my thoughts, and I'm grateful for that. I don't really have a mind for war, and I think he likes having an untrained opinion from time to time.
Interesting. Okay, so you're not actually a Thane then? Interesting.
Travel safely. It's dangerous out there.
Or maybe he is a Thane, I don't know. Who was that other person that we were talking to, or we heard talking? Was it this guy? Galmar Stonefist.
I'm not sure you belong here, friend.
Yeah, I probably don't belong here. Who's this?
I spent my life serving Talos. I don't plan to stop now, no matter what the Empire says.
Yeah, what's up?
Talos created the Empire. You'd think they'd show him more respect.
You'd think.
The way I see it, Ulfric's fighting a
I remember you were at Helgen with us. Come to join the war. Speak with Galmar. He handles the new recruits.
That's not why I'm here.
I'm sorry to hear that. If you change your mind, speak with Galmar. What does bring you to me?
Nothing at the moment. I don't want to talk to you through this door.
Keep your eyes open. Think you might be in the wrong place, friend.
Why are you called Stormcloaks?
At first they called us that to belittle our cause, but we gladly accept being named for Ulfric Stormcloak, the only true High King of Skyrim. We are the true sons and daughters of Skyrim, and Ulfric. He is the truest of us all. We fight to make our land great once more, to raise up strong, noble thanes, and lay low false jarls and the cowards who hide behind them. The sound of our fury is a storm about to break on the heads of our enemies. Our friendship, a cloak of true brotherhood for all who would wear it.
Interesting. So how does one join the Stormcloaks?
Ulfric's not running a social club. You don't join anything. Either you're a true son of Skyrim, or you're not. If you are, then you talk to the man himself. If you're not, well, friend, you'd best walk away before this gets ugly.
I see. How do you feel about this war?
Skyrim is the birthplace of humanity, the birthplace of honor, and those snow-backed Imperials renounced both when they laid down before the Thalmor. Worse still, to pay for the privilege to keep his throne, the Emperor sells Skyrim and our very gods, Talos no less, to the damn elves. And what did Torygg do? He and the Jarls that supported him, they took the Emperor's gold, sold out their people for a slave master's peace treaty. Ulfric did right killing him. Soon we'll rid Skyrim of elves, their bloody justicars, and the Jarls in their pockets. The whole damn lot of them. And we'll cleave through the Legion to get to them.
Sorry about the camera a moment ago. My foot caught my mouse cable and pulled it. And it went up like that. But anyway, that's what happened. Alright, well, that's how he feels about the war. Ursarold Thrice Pierced.
I'll take my leave then.
I wonder if his name was once Ursarold Twice Pierced.
Helgen, huh? Ulfric told us quite the story. If you made it through all that, you're likely worth something to me. Yeah, but first, tell me, why does a foreigner want to fight for Skyrim?
I'm a foreigner? I'm pretty sure that Skyrim is my home.
Fair enough. But are you willing to die for your home?
Well, neither, really. I haven't made up my mind, so I'm just going to tab out of this.
Watch yourself out there.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I haven't made up my mind yet.
My life serving Talos. I don't plan to stop now. No matter
Well, I guess we could go over here and talk to our good buddy Ulfric. He remembers us. Hello, how are you? He sits exactly like the guy in Falkreath sits.
Speak with Garmar. He'll size you up and see where we can best use your talents.
So how did you become the Jarl of Eastmarch?
My father, the Great Bear of Eastmarch, died during my imprisonment after the Markarth incident. I, his only son, forced to deliver his eulogy via letter I had smuggled out of prison. Such is the love of Titus meat for his subjects. When finally set free, I returned to Windhelm and was greeted by a city in mourning, at one with my own grief and anger, clamoring in angry voices, calling out for justice, for war. They sat me on the throne of Ysgramor, the throne of my father. I only hope I can prove worthy of that honor.
Okay. So, you mind if I ask why you killed the High King?
I killed Torygg to prove our wretched condition. How is the High King supposed to be the defender of Skyrim if he can't even defend himself?
And, what of his widow? Doesn't she claim the throne?
Indeed. Elisif has become Jarl of Solitude. Historically and conveniently home of the High King, backed by Imperial interests. But the Moot has not yet met to name her High Queen. And they won't. Not as long as I have any say in it.
Okay. You know that, some call you a murderer.
I challenged him in the traditional way, and he accepted. There were many witnesses. No murder was committed. True, he didn't stand a chance against me. But that was precisely the point. He was a puppet king of the Empire, not a high king of Skyrim. His father before him, perhaps, but not Torygg. He was too privileged and too foolish. More interested in entertaining his queen than ruling his country.
Okay. Yeah, but you kind of cheated when you shouted, didn't you? But I don't get to talk about that. Do you desire to be the High King?
There hasn't been a true High King in Skyrim for generations. For too long, he's been hand-picked by the Emperor, and given emphatic nods by milk-drinking Jarls addicted to Imperial coin. It's time we had a real High King, one of our own making.
Okay. So, why are you fighting this war?
We're fighting because we're done bleeding for an empire that won't bleed for us. Untold numbers of Nords died defending the Empire against the Dominion. And for what? Skyrim being sold to the Thalmor so the Emperor could keep his throne. We're fighting because our own Jarls, once strong, wise men, have become fearful and blind to the people's suffering. We're fighting because Skyrim needs heroes, and there's no one else but us.
Okay. So, Helgen, they said you shouted the king to death.
Not entirely true. Though not entirely false either. Any Nord can learn the way of the voice by studying with the Greybeards, given enough ambition and dedication. My shouting Torg to the ground proved he had neither. However, it was my sword piercing his heart that killed him.
Okay. So anyway, how goes the war?
We should take Yarmarch. It'll be an important pressure point on the Imperials. We'd be within spitting distance of the capital.
Okay. Looks like I could ask him that again.
The Empire thinks it holds Falkreath from us, but the souls of Skyrim's bravest are buried there and will fill our hearts and strengthen our blades.
Okay. Looks like we'd ask him again.
Dalius has camps in the Pale, entertaining thoughts of battle. The Empire still underestimates the force of our cause. It will be their undoing.
So how goes the war?
I'm not sure why Dalius is wasting his time trying to take Winterhold from us. But if he wants to throw his men away, I'll gladly accept that gift.
Tell me more.
The Imperials have already dug into Whiterun. We're wrested from them soon enough. We must. Its central position is key.
Yeah, okay. Well, nice talking to you, I guess.
Keep your brother, and he'll keep you.
So yeah, I mean, if we look at this map over here, Whiterun is pretty centrally located. There it is. There's Whiterun right there. Whiterun. It's like right on the line here. Would seem that Riverwood might be important as well, maybe. Fort Newgrad down here, Helgen. And, I mean, he thinks they could take Falkreath, but they gotta get through these places first, it looks like. I mean, it doesn't... I mean, to me, it looks like there's more red flags than there are blue flags. And I think that this half is more populated than this half anyway, too, I think. So they got their work cut out for them. The Stormcloaks, that is. Still haven't decided myself which side I want to be on. A while back, I was talking about the fact that my character is a Nord, and that I felt like you should side with the Stormcloaks because they were fighting for the old Skyrim, the Skyrim of before the deal with the elves were made, the Skyrim of before Talos was made. You know, it was made illegal to worship Talos. But then I've learned a lot since then. People telling me a little bit more about the Stormcloaks, how they're kind of racist, xenophobes. And I've only met a few people here so far, like that Rolf guy, I think his name was. I don't remember. He's super, super racist. I mean, I certainly don't stand for that. So, yeah, I don't really know which side I want to be on. I mean, yeah, there's a part of me that can understand why Torg did what he did, even though it meant, compromising. I mean, that's what he had to do. Otherwise, they were going to lose a war, or they were going to have a war that was going to last forever. So that's why they made the deal with the Thalmor, or why they agreed to outlawing Talos. But, a lot of people don't think that's a good deal.
I do the cooking and cleaning around the palace.
Fascinating.
Don't need to pay me no mind. I'm the least important person in here.
Okay.
Keeping the palace clean and the Lord's fed ain't easy work, but it's honest work.
All right.
Yes?
No, that's it. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to say hi. The cake and the diamond. That was a good one. So does he have a mage? There's the barracks there. Over here, Palace of the Kings upstairs. Let's go upstairs. Let's check it out. Let's see what's going on up here. Hey, how's it going?
If those Whiterun guards can take down a dragon, so can we.
Where's this take us? A room in here. Pretty nice room. Interesting bed layout. It's really neat how different this place looks and feels from the other Jarl's places we've been to. pretty cool. Got a little kitchen here. I'm going to say that we are probably not good enough friends here with these people to help ourselves to books and items. Here we've got what looks like kind of like a barracks. What's up? Oh, it's Yordleaf again. We talked to him earlier. You know, I was just talking about how it looks different in here. It could be because of these mods that I've installed, huh?
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
Well, I guess I'm walking around at night. People trying to sleep in here, don't you know? Ah, here he is. Here he is. Aha.
Whatever you've heard I can do is probably true.
What's up, Woundforth the Unliving?
Ulfric needs a favor, he has it. Anyone else better pay well for the service.
So what kind of magic do you study?
Whatever I don't already know.
Ooh, good answer.
Power's the crux of this world. There's always more of it to be had, if you look in the right places.
Okay. Ooh, I want to train in destruction magic.
Mind what or who you practice this on.
Yeah, let's spend more coin. Oh, I have to level up to train more, period. Okay, alright. For some reason I was thinking that I could train in each skill, but I can't. I have to level up. Well, so does Ulfric have much need for magic?
No, but then I don't have much need for Ulfric. We both leave well enough alone.
Okay. Alright, dude. Nice talking to you.
Strength and steel are well and good, but magic is the true power in this world.
So if I go here and I look at... Okay, so this is how far away we are from level 22. So we're not too far away. I mean, we may be able to get up to the next level here pretty soon. We can come back and train with this guy. So we found ourselves an arcane enchanter. Do I have anything that I want to disenchant? I have a necklace of resist shock. Let's disenchant that. It's been suggested that I take these elven boots of hauling and disenchant them and put my fortified carry weight on something else, but my thoughts are that I want to keep my suit for destruction, even though I don't think I really have any of these. Well, I know I don't. I don't have any of these enchanted yet, because if I enchant them, then I can't improve them anymore. So anyway, it's a very slow process. Lydia may have some other stuff that I want to see if I could disenchant, so let's take a quick look here.
How can I serve you, my Thane?
Let's see, she has nothing here really that I want. Yeah, we're good. Alright.
Lead on.
And then over here we've got ourselves an Alchemy Lab. I'm not about to start on that right now. Oh, there's another one of those unusual gems that I'm just going to help myself to, because that's what I'm supposed to do. Alright, so this is the upstairs.
I've got no problem with orcs, but that stronghold they've got in the southeast. Narzulbur? It's an affront to my people.
Narzulbur? Okay, that's interesting information there. Get out of my way. So, this was an upstairs, but I'm pretty sure I saw another door that took us upstairs too. It's some other place in here. Over here, I believe. Is it a different upstairs? Let's see. Maybe this is where the Jarl's bedroom is and stuff.
Go fiddling with any locks around here, we're going to have a real problem.
So yeah, this is a different place. A different upstairs.
You hear that? I swear there's something out there. In the dark.
Yeah. It's not obvious to me which of these rooms would be the Jarl's room. Oh, it goes up even higher. So maybe none of these are Jarl's rooms. They're just a bunch of rooms. Pardon me, Lydia. Oh, who's this guy? Oh, it's Thrice Pierced. Okay, we found his room. They're all pretty much the same. Kept the place pretty uniform. Get out of my way. Let's see what's up here. What? Oh, never mind. Here we go. We found Ulfric's room. It cracks me up how I could just walk in here. Well, I mean, it's, you know, the nicest of the rooms we've been in, I feel like. The mirror. Oh gosh, what's the guy's name? There's a guy who wants the mirror, Aldous in Solitude. He wants a copy of Mirror, the mirror brought to him, but I'm not about to steal it here from Ulfric, or am I? I wonder if there's more copies of this book anywhere. Hey, Lydia.
I've got your back.
Go pick that up. Go. Come on, camera, move. Move, camera, go. Come on. Jeez, what is with the camera? Okay, Lydia. Come here.
Yes, my Thane?
There we go. I must have done it wrong last time.
Okay, got it.
Oh no, there's somebody right there. No, Lydia. No.
Still need me to do something?
No, don't do anything.
Oh.
Guy walked in right then. Okay, now you can do it, Lydia. It's safe now. Unless he's got his eyes open there. Lydia.
Yes, my Thane?
Pick up that book.
Lead on. Anything else?
Okay, we have a copy of the mirror now. I don't know if I'll ever see it again. I have no idea. Who knows how many copies of the mirror there are? I'm sure there's probably a bunch of them. But I saw that one, and I thought of it, so I took it. He won't miss it. So now, if I take the book from her...
Still here. How can I serve
it should
you,
update that quest, right? Where is it? The mirror. Right here. Yeah. It doesn't show it is stolen. Interesting. And it did not update the quest, interestingly enough. Okay, well, I thought it would, but it did not. It did not. Well, I'll just have to remember that I have that book now. Next time we're in Solitude, we'll hand it to Aldous. So now, I think the only other place left to explore in here is the Barracks, and we may as well go ahead and do that. Bunch of dudes laying around. They'll sleep exactly the same way. Pretty awesome, really.
Aye, now that's some fine armor. Good old-fashioned steel.
Thanks, man. Somebody finally complimented my armor.
When you disrespect me.
Trouble?
Trouble. Trouble. Long hallway here. Where's this gonna take us? Ooh, downstairs. Dead end. I don't know. What's going on down here? Ooh.
Stay away from the Aretino residence. The place is cursed.
Stay away from the Aretino residence. The place is cursed. Well, we found their jail. Interesting. Oh, geez, an Iron Maiden? That's real nice. Don't like the looks of that. Gee whiz. Another one over here for, you know, 2 Iron Maidens, no waiting. Are you a person? Nah, you're just a regular old guard. Boy, I don't like that. Alright, well, there was the barracks and the jail.
Staying safe, I hope?
Yes, staying safe. This is all very exciting.
Fancy yourself an alchemist, huh? Never could get the hang of that.
Alright. Okay, well, that was the Palace of the Kings.
Won't give us a straight answer. Don't be so sure of that.
What?
We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on Whiterun. If he's not with us, he's against us.
What are you doing, dude? Why are you looking up like that, man? I wonder if that's where Ulfric is in the game world. He's up there, and he's looking at Ulfric. There.
Helgen, huh? Ulfric told us quite the story.
Okay.
But first, tell me, why is a foreigner
There.
want to
I did him
fight
a favor.
for
I
Skyrim?
corrected his neck problem.
Watch yourself out there.
Let's go back outside. Haven't found a market yet or anything. See what's down this way. It's like a church here, maybe. It's quite dark out here. It's pretty cool looking. Look how cool.
Hands to yourself, sneak thief.
Hands to yourself, sneak thief. What? It doesn't say stealing. What's up here? This place looks so weird. House of Clan Cruel Sea. Can't get in there, probably because it's nighttime. Hiram? How dark. Snowdrifts here. Anything interesting back here? Not really. So I'm assuming it's these mods that I've got installed that is making this look this way. It's kind of cool. It's a real neat look. I like the lighting a lot. It's nighttime. It's supposed to be dark. Viola Giordano's house. Here I am trying to explore a city at nighttime. House of Clan Shattershield. Found the cemetery. Look at this. Candles glowing over here. Very cool looking. Don't know if I could read any of these or if any of them will end up being a quest or anything like that. Doesn't look like I can interact with them at all. Hall of the Dead. I think every city's got a Hall of the Dead, right? I wonder if anybody will give us any work to do in here. Let's check it out. Look at this place. Interesting. How was this place constructed? What's this? Not much. What do you think, Lydia? Look how cool Lydia looks. She looks neat, right? The lighting is real nice. Who's this? Helgrid.
This is the Hall of the Dead.
Yeah.
Someday you'll end up here.
Well, I don't know about here, but it may be in a Hall of the Dead.
My job's simple enough. The dead don't really complain much.
Not much.
Luckily, Windhelm is cold, so the dead don't rot as quickly. Sometimes the burial has to wait for the ground to thaw, though.
Yeah, I bet. What are you doing? I'm not done talking to you. How rude.
Let's hear it. Need something?
No. Just some crazy person who likes to walk into people's homes and disturb them while they're trying to sleep in the Hall of the Dead. This place is really neat, though. Can I loot the skeletons? Doesn't look like it, huh? Look at this place. It's really big. Oh my gosh, you get lost in here. Holy cow. All kinds of pathways. Shrine of Arche. The Shrine of Arche. This is the one that fortifies our health. I like the sound of that. Look at this place. Alright. Well. Pretty cool. Because it's not as big as I thought if we look at the map. We've pretty much got it all figured out. We've been everywhere now. Alright, well, this is the Hall of the Dead. No quests for us down here. Pretty neat. Do a little bit of sightseeing in the new city we were visiting. Get us out of the cold. It's very cold outside. Help myself to some nightshade, why not? So there's looks like a walkway up here. I was gonna say that goes nowhere, but it goes through here. Look what I've found. It's like looks like I found the market finally. Ooh, we found ourselves another arcane enchanter. That's cool. People just leave their stuff out here. Another guard over here. What's up?
Heard about you and your honeyed words.
Heard about you and your honeyed words. Apparently I have a reputation. Ooh, we found ourselves a forge here. Grindstone and a workbench. Ooh, and a smelter? Oh, this is a good place here. Yeah. I could improve my steel plate boots with a corundum ingot. Let's do it. That's all we could do today, though. That's cool. Blacksmith quarters. All locked up. This is a pretty neat place. This will probably take us back down here. Yeah, to that little cemetery area. Okay, that's kind of cool. Well. And now... who's this guy?
I was one of the best soldiers in the Stormcloak army.
Yeah?
Until I took a sword to the chest.
You took a sword to the chest? Is that what happened to you? Alright. Okay. Time for me to read a book here. We're back at Candlehearth Hall, which looks really neat at nighttime. Looks very cool. But let's go back into Candlehearth Hall, where we ended the last episode and began this one. We'll end this one here as well.
Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
I'll sit by the fire in my plate armor.
Look alive.
And I'm going to look at my inventory, and I should have a book to read here. Let's see here. There was a book I picked up. I know it was The Mirror, but we picked up a book, I think in the last episode, that the game thinks I've read, but I actually haven't. And let me see here. I think I made a note of it here. Yeah, it's called The Mystery of Princess Talara. Oh, okay. It's called The Mystery of Princess Talara Part 2. Which I don't seem to have in my inventory. I'm not sure where it went. It's kind of strange. Where did it go? Oh, there it is right there. It's just called Mystery of Talara. So this one, I don't want to read this one because it's volume 2. So instead, let's go ahead and read The Mirror. Might as well, right? The Mirror by Birdier Rains. Oh, we've leveled up. Okay, that's cool. The wind blew over the open plain, jostling the few trees within to move back and forth with the irritation of it. A young man in bright green turban approached the army and gave his chieftain's terms for peace to the commander. He was refused. It was to be a battle. It was to be the battle of Ein Kolor. So the chief, Imbez, had decreed his open defiance, and his horsemen were at war once again. Many times the tribe had moved into territory that was not theirs to occupy, and many times the diplomatic approach had failed. It had come to this at long last. It was just as well with Mindothrax. His allies may win or lose, but he would always survive. Though he had occasionally been on the losing side of a war, never once in all his 34 years had he lost in hand-to-hand combat. The two armies poured like dual frothing streams through the dust, and when they met, a clamor rang out, echoing into the hills. Blood, the first liquor the clay had tasted in many a month, danced like powder. The high and low battle cries of the rival tribes met in harmony as the armies dug into one another's flesh. Mindothrax was in the element he loved. After 10 hours of fighting with no ground given, both commanders called a mutual and honorable withdrawal from the field. The camp was positioned in a high-walled garden of an old burial ground, adorned by springtide blossoms. As Mindothrax toured the grounds, he was reminded of his childhood home. It was a happy and a sad recollection, the purity of childhood ambition, all of his schooling in the ways of battle, but tinged with memories of his poor mother. A beautiful woman looking down at her son with both pride and unspoken sorrow. She never talked about what troubled her, but it came as no surprise to any when she took the walk across the moors and was found days later her throat slit open by her own hand. The army itself was like a colony of ants newly shaken. Within a half-hour's time after the end of the battle, they had reorganized as if by instinct. As the medics looked to the wounded, someone remarked with a measure of admiration and astonishment, "Look at Mindothrax. His hair isn't even out of place." "He is a mighty swordsman," said the attending physician. "The sword is a greatly overvalued article," said Mindothrax, nevertheless pleased with the attention. Warriors pay too much attention to striking and not enough in defending strikes. The proper way to go into battle is to defend yourself, and to hit your opponent only with the ideal moment, or when the ideal moment arises. "I prefer a more straightforward approach," smiled one of the wounded. "It is the way of the horsemen." And by the way, if you hear noises in the background, there's a bunch of people outside. There's like some child's birthday party going on, and they're all yelling and screaming. So much for quarantine, huh? Anyway, if that's what you hear in the background, if you hear noises in the background, that's what it is. Back to the story. If it is the way of the Julse tribes to fall, then I renounce my heritage, said Mindothrax, making a quick sign to the spirits that he was being expressive, not blasphemous. Remember what the great blade master Gaiden Shinji said. The best techniques are passed on by the survivors. I have been in 36 battles, and I haven't a scar to show for them. That is because I rely on my shield, and then my blade in that order. What is your secret? Think of melee as a mirror. I look to my opponent's left arm when I am striking with my right. If he is prepared to block my blow, I blow not. Why exert undue force? Mindothrax cocked an eyebrow, but when I see his right arm tense, my left arm goes to my shield. You see, it takes twice as much power to send force than it does to deflect it. When your eye can recognize whether your opponent is striking from above or at an angle, or in an uppercut from below, you learn to pivot and place your shield just so to protect yourself. I could block for hours if need be, but it only takes a few minutes or even seconds for your opponent used to battering to leave a space open for your own strike. What was the longest you've ever had to defend yourself? Asked the wounded man. I fought a man once for an hour's time, said Mindothrax. He was tireless with his bludgeoning, never giving me a moment to do aught but block his strikes. But finally he took a moment too long in raising his cudgel, and I found my mark in his chest. He struck my shield 1,000 times, and I struck his heart once, but that was enough. So he was your greatest opponent? Asked the medico. Oh, indeed not, said Mindothrax, turning his great shield so the silvery metal reflected his own face. There is he. The next day the battle recommenced. Chief Imbez had brought in reinforcements from the islands to the south. To the horror and disgrace of the tribe, mercenaries, renegade, horsemen, and even some reachmen, witches, were included in the war. As Mindothrax stared across the field at the armies assembling, putting on his helmet and readying his shield and blade, he thought again of his poor mother. What had tortured her so? Why had she never been able to look at her son without grief? Between sunrise and sundown the battle raged. A bright blue sky overhead burned down on the combatants as they rushed against one another over and over again. In every melee, Mindothrax prevailed. A foe with an axe rained a series of strokes against his shield, but every one was deflected until at last Mindothrax could best the warrior. A spear maiden nearly pierced the shield with her first strike, but Mindothrax knew how to give with the blow, throwing her off balance and leaving her open for his counterstrike. Finally, he met a mercenary on the field, armed with shield and sword and a helm of golden bronze. For an hour and a half they battled. Mindothrax tried every trick he knew. When the mercenary tensed his left arm, he held back his strike. When his opponent rose his sword, his shield rose too and expertly blocked. For the first time in his life, he was battling another defensive fighter. Stationary, reflective, with energy to battle for days if need be. Occasionally, another warrior would enter into the fray, sometimes from Mendethrax's army, sometimes from his opponents. These distractions were swiftly dispatched, and the champions returned to their fight. As they fought, circling one another, matching block for blow and blow for block, it dawned on Mendethrax that here at last he was fighting the perfect mirror. It became more a game, almost a dance, than a battle of blood. It was not until Mendethrax missed his own step, striking too soon, throwing himself off balance, that the promenade was ended. He saw rather than felt the mercenary's blade rip across him from throat to chest. A good strike. The sword he himself might have delivered. Mendethrax fell to the ground, feeling his life passing. The mercenary stood over him, prepared to give his worthy adversary the killing blow. It was a strange, honorable deed for an outsider to do, and Mendethrax was greatly moved. Across the battlefield, he heard someone call a name similar to his own. Jurifax! The mercenary removed his helmet to answer the call. As he did so, Mendethrax saw through the slits of his helmet his own reflection in the man. It was his own close-set eyes, red and brown hair, thin and wide mouth, and blunt chin. For a moment he marveled at the mirror, before the stranger turned back to him and delivered the death stroke. Jurifax returned to his commander and was well paid for his part in the day's victory. They retired for a hot meal under the stars in a garden by an old cairn that had previously been occupied by their foes. The mercenary was strangely quiet as he observed the land. "Have you been here before, Jurifax?" asked one of the tribesmen who had hired him. "I was born a horseman just like you. My mother sold me when I was just a babe. I have always wondered how my life might have been different had I not been bartered away. I might never have been a mercenary." "There are many things that decide our fate," said the witch. "It is madness to try to see how you might have taken this turn or that in the world. There are none exactly like yourself, so it is foolish to compare." "But there is one," said Jurifax, looking to the stars. "My master, before he set me free, said that my mother had twin sons when I was born. She could only afford to raise but one child. But somewhere out there, there is a man just like me. My brother. I hope to meet him." The witch saw the spirits before her and knew the truth that the twins had met already. She remained silent and stared into the fire, banishing the thoughts from her head. Too wise to tell all. Oh, holy crap, that was a good one. Wow. Killed his own brother. His own twin brother, and he didn't even freaking know it. Yes, damn. That was some heavy stuff right there. I'm going to end this episode here. When we come back next time, we'll continue exploring Windhelm a little bit. We'll probably...
You want a drink?
No. We'll probably have to get a room and wait until morning before we can do more exploring. But that's not a problem. We can do that. Thanks for watching. I sure hope you join me again in the next episode.